Hi guys, this is Evelina from No Labels Photography. Welcome to my first speed edit. This is a portrait of my daughter, Nayana. And so I usually take up my raw image and I import it into my Lightroom where I do my basic adjustments. I do my sharpening, noise removal, cropping, um, alignment. Sometimes I remove some shadows. I do my basic adjustments such as brightness, shadows, highlights, darks. Sometimes I add a little vignette, and then I transfer it over to Photoshop where I do the rest of my work. Photoshop allows me to do a lot of things that Lightroom doesn't. For example, liquefaction. The lenses do distort sometimes. In this case specifically, I was using a 35 millimeter, which is notorious for distorting things. And so, I do slight adjustments. And I also take the skin to the next level. I do remove blemishes and minor imperfections and try to smooth the skin out to the way I see it in reality. The truth is that when I take a photo, when I work with someone, I don't see their imperfections. I see them as a whole. And I really just see things beautiful, and I try to capture that. When I take a photo, it is of something that I see as perfect, as beautiful. And so when I edit the photos, I try to bring it to I try to bring that image to how I saw it through the lens or how I imagine it to be in my head. Um, when I go through the editing process, I don't always know where I'm going, especially with photos like this one. It's one of a series, and so they are all different. They don't have to be the same. It's not like wedding photography where you try to make most of your pictures look the same, have the same sort of finish. This will be a one-of-a-kind picture, and so I'm not really worried about how the other pictures from this series is going to. I'm not really worried about how it's going to fit in with them. I basically am working on this picture as an individual, and I want this moment to be memorized in this photo the way I saw it. I knew the moment I took this picture that it was going to be something special. And so I am now trying to bring it there. I do use overlays. I do use them for vignetting or special effects. Here I'm adding a little bit of glitter just because I love reflections, I love light, and I think it kind of spices it up a little. And so at first I thought I was gonna keep it warm, but then I decided to play off the color in her eyeshadow, which looks more purple, and I decided to go towards the purple side with this image. And so I tried to find the right balance between the warmth and the coolness of the purple. So I took off a little bit of the colors, and I tried to tone it down a little bit just so that it can balance out a little bit better. um, and just finishing touches, things that I may have missed before, just to make it look um, as good as possible. These sort of images I usually do end up blowing up. So when you blow them up big, you can see almost everything on it, like little of the pores. So I do brush it out pretty well. And here I'm just dodging some highlights because the light was a little bit flat. We were shooting this at night, and my only source of light was a LED light that was on top of my camera. And so, that made things a little bit flat. So I tried to play around with the dodging and adding shadows. And here is where I play around with the color balance. And I basically play around with it. I sometimes don't know exactly what I want. It sort of materializes as I go along. And this is pretty close to what I envisioned. So you see, she ends up on the warmer side. It looks slightly purple, but not completely. And I really like where this image actually ended up. So this is your before, and this is going to be our after. So I hope you like this edit. Thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate your time, and I hope you join me for an edit again. I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good one. Bye.